Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is set to end the sequel trilogy by director J.J. Abrams by also bringing a return of many of the legacy characters like Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Leia, and even Lando Calrissian, while also evolving the characters of the sequel trilogy-based characters like Kylo Ren and Rey. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, without a doubt, ever since The Force Awakens, a lot of people have been waiting for the Knights of Ren endlessly since 2015. A lot of people wanted to see these guys in action, what they are capable of, what they could possibly look like on the big screen while they're not in the rain and darkness and full daylight. Well, today, all thanks to Vanity Fair, we got our very first official look at all 6 Knights of Ren on the mysterious desert world that may be Jakku, or maybe even Tatooine for all we know, or perhaps even a brand new planet. Now, all thanks to Vanity Fair, guys. Go ahead and check out the full article below in the description, but without further ado, here is our first look at the Knights of Ren in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Now, as you can all see, each and every Knight of Ren has their own weapon, and I want to focus on the one on the left first here. Now, the one on the left here, we actually went over a couple of weeks ago. He's part of the duo, probably the one that's being hidden behind J.J. Abrams, where 2 Knights of Ren have these large blaster rifles. A lot of people were saying how the Knights of Ren really are going to be a very, important part of this movie, and it's true. It's going to be a very important element of Episode 9. They're going to be very prominent in this story, and to me, guys, I gotta say, I could not be more excited about the way that these guys look. It's like they're out of, like, some kind of, something like you would expect to see in, like, Mad Max or something like that, right? So, with that being said, I want to focus on this guy right next to J.J. Abrams, to the left there. As you can all see, this guy is hooded, he has a very cool looking mask and belt, and he's wielding this sword. Now, a lot of people are saying that he looks like this character called Cloud from Final Fantasy, that sword, and I would not, disagree. I think that a lot of people are right about that. I went ahead and looked up the images, and you can really see the big similarities here, and I'm sure that JJ had some form of inspiration from many characters in pop culture of video games and movies, without a doubt. So, I want to also go over the lead Knight of Ren. Now, we heard about the lead Knight of Ren for the longest time now, and it's pretty much apparent that this is the guy straight in the middle, right? Dead smack in the middle, with the hood over his head in that cloak. Since the lead Knight of Ren is described to have a cloak with the hood over his head and wields like a large spear, axe-like weapon, you can see him holding it right here. And this most certainly is the lead Knight of Ren. Now, in the background, you guys actually can see, just behind J.J. Abrams to the left, behind him, the one furthest back, you can see that that is actually the other guy that's a part of the duo, where they both hold blaster rifles. Now, keep in mind, guys, the guy all the way to the right we also went over a couple of weeks ago, he carries like a machete and also some kind of spear-like weapon and grenades. You can see, I believe, one of the grenades attached to his chest there. And these guys, I gotta say, they remind me of somewhat of a mixture of Mandalorian and or something completely brand new. I'm not quite sure how to put my finger on it, but they just seem very cool and original, and it's finally just a breath of fresh air to see them in broad daylight, to see exactly what they look like in great detail. And guys, I gotta tell you, I'm really starting to wonder on whether or not these Knights of Ren are Force sensitive. We're not quite sure about that. We do know that at least one of them are a descendant of the Dark Acolytes, or the Acolytes of the Beyond, as we went over a couple of days ago. Most likely it's going to be the lead Knight of Ren right there in the middle. So, without, saying too much more, I gotta say, guys, this desert world, very mysterious. The Knights of Ren are here. They come here with Kylo Ren, as we went over before in the past. You can really tell that the Knights of Ren are not just gonna be a mere cameo. They're not gonna be, very small roles. They're gonna actually be a big piece of this movie, and really are going to stick with Kylo Ren from point A to point B for a good chunk of the plot of this film. And I really wonder exactly what's gonna happen to the Knights, right? Are they going to be killed off by Rey? Are they going to be killed off by somebody else, perhaps? Maybe the new villain? We'll have to wait and see. But nonetheless, guys, I gotta tell you, the imagery so far looks fantastic. The suits, the costumes, whatever have you, the outfits, they look amazing. The weapons look very promising. I'm just hoping that they stick with the original The Force Awakens idea, where at least one or two of the Knights of Ren secretly have lightsabers underneath their cloaks. It's actually kind of funny because we do know that how much J.J. Abrams loves the Knights of Ren from watching The Force Awakens Blu-ray commentary. I don't know if you guys ever watched it, but he actually had this whole backstory in mind for the Knights and even hopes for a live-action TV series for the Knights of Ren to eventually come into fruition, which honestly, guys, I would totally watch that. You know, any characters that have some form of a connection to Kylo Ren or Rey or any kind of Force-sensitive individual or even a Jedi Master like Luke Skywalker, any kind of character that has a connection to characters like that, I'm totally up to actually watch that in great detail. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.